Maritime Made on Eastlink TV is presented in partnership with Nova Scotia Business Inc., Nova Scotia's business development agency.
The kitchen. It's probably the busiest room in the house. A kitchen can be simple and functional, or elegant and unique. But whatever your taste, budget, or style, a good kitchen needs to be functional, strong, and yet still look great. Prestige Kitchens in Summerside, PEI build some of the strongest and most beautiful kitchens on the market. In fact, each order is custom designed and built. Every Prestige kitchen starts as an idea and is planned out by professional designers. Once the design is complete, production begins. Each kitchen cabinet starts life as a sheet of 5/8 of an inch thick melamine. The melamine arrives at the factory in 5 by 10 foot sheets. First, sheets are loaded by forklift onto a CNC, or computer-controlled beam saw. The kitchen order is loaded into the computer. Then the beam saw loads multiple sheets onto the cutting table and quickly and automatically cuts each section of the cabinets. The saw is able to cut up to 5 sheets at a time. The beam saw has 2 blades. A scoring blade first cuts through the melamine outer layer, ensuring that it doesn't chip. The main blade then follows through to cut the rest of the material. As the beam saw cuts, it also prints off bar-coded labels that a worker places on each piece for future identification and assembly. Once the cuts are complete, the worker sets sections aside for the next step. Once the cabinet parts have been cut, each cabinet sidewall is placed on another CNC machine. A worker first scans the barcode. This tells the machine what holes are required on each particular piece. Once the machine has been given its instructions, a multi-bit system drills any required holes for shelves and accessories. At a third CNC machine, wooden dowels are loaded into a hopper and inserted into the edge of the cabinet pieces. These dowels will add strength once the cabinet is assembled. Now all the cabinet pieces are ready. They move to the edge banding machine. The edge bander places a color match strip on the edge of certain pieces of the cabinets. Again, the barcode created on the beam saw is used to determine which edge needs banding. The edge bander has the ability to apply up to 3mm PVC edge tape or even 1/2 inch thick hardwood edging. The edging gives the pieces a more solid look and feel. Once the cabinet pieces have been cut, drilled and edged, it's time to assemble the finished cabinets. First, a worker attaches any required hardware, such as drawer runners. Then each piece is thoroughly glued and hammered into place using a rubber mallet. Once the cabinet is assembled, it's placed in a case clamp. The case clamp squeezes all the pieces together. And once the cabinet has been left to cure for a short period, it's then removed and set aside, waiting for the doors. Cabinet doors arrive from a manufacturer in Quebec in an unfinished state. In the finish room, doors are first sanded and prepared for staining. They are then moved to the staining area, where they are hand stained using stain cloths. The cloths allow for an even coat of stain. Once stained, they are spray coated with a sealer and left to dry. They are then sanded once again and given a final protective coat. The doors are now ready to be sprayed with a protective coat of conversion varnish. Once they're dry, hinges are attached. The doors are then attached to the cabinets. The drawers are assembled using 3 different styles depending on the client's budget. Once the cabinets are fully assembled, they're ready to be installed in the customer's home and enjoyed for many years to come.
Maritime Made is presented by Nova Scotia Business Inc. because great things are happening.